It's right in on me, like this, yeah. And then like right in, I'll jump out of the way. You want to practice? Come in fast, real quick. Okay. All right, tell me when to go. Hi guys, this is Eric from the Luna Lab. Tonight's a big night for us. We're very excited. We're introducing a new hub motor kit that is the first hub motor kit that we feel good enough to put our name on it. This is a kit that we've been working very hard on. It's very small. It's not like the highest power hub motor kit on the earth, obviously, but we're pretty confident that it'll take 1,000 watts, which is good for this size of motor. And what's most interesting about this, it's got a cassette. That makes it high tech on the rear one, and we have a front version of this motor, which is, it has the disc brake mounts. And you know, this is pretty high tech these days for a hub motor company. But in honesty, this motor alone cost me more than a typical kit would cost for a geared motor, just the motor alone. And so why is this motor cost me so much, buying so many of them at a time in China? The reason why is this is the most complicated hub motor made in China. It's like something they're very proud of, and we're very proud of that we put it together in a package to sell. And there's a story behind this. What it is, it's a dual drive, it's a geared motor where it has two different levels, and what it does is it'll actually reverse when you shift it into a gear, and it'll give you 1.8 times more reduction, and it'll give you a low gear for hill climbing. So what that does is it makes a lightweight small hub motor like this that'll put up a high top speed, and then you're able to shift it, and it'll change the level of gear reduction inside, which will give you double the gear reduction for climbing, which is just an amazing feature. And the reason what really got us to do this is we've had this trike around that we've been trying to build, and it's just been in the way and taking a bunch of space. And here it is, Ashley's on it. And this was a really hard vehicle to motorize because we wanted to do it right. We just didn't want it to be some crappy trike. And normally we just throw a mid-drive on it. But the problem with it is these trikes don't have a differential. You know, when you pedal them, you're only turning one wheel. And we're just kind of stuck with this thing forever because it didn't look right to put a giant, hub motor inside the front wheel here. And we want to do something small and sexy. But then, especially on a trike, that's geared for older people who, don't pedal that much, and it's kind of hard to pick the right gearing. So you pick something super low for them, but maybe then it doesn't get the top speed they want. So we want to put a top-notch hub motor in this thing, and one that's small size so it doesn't ruin the look of it. And this is what we came up with. And now I'm going to show you what makes the hub motor special, how Luna made it special. First of all, we used all Hygo connectors on it. And Hygo connectors are these guys, the same as the Bafangs. And that means it's Bafang compatible. It doesn't mean it was made by Bafang. Everybody say, oh, we're just selling one of Bafang's motors, but this is a motor that we really worked hard on to source all the connectors to get it all set up. And we had a display made just for us, and you can check it out right here. I'll go ahead and turn it off and on so you can see it pop in. And this display is not the Bafang display. This was a display made for Luna-cycles, and it has the power and the speed in the Mission motorcycle format. And watch this, and I'm going to show you what makes this motor special. I'm going to lift the front off the ground so you can see it. And here we are, we're speeding around, and we're going at 40 kilometers an hour. And I'm going to go ahead and shift into our different pedal assist until I get into low gear. And at low gear, you feel the motor doing something, and what it's doing is it's cranking down, and it's still putting out the same amount of wattage, but it's slowed down because it's in a lower gear. It's using it's basically a lower gear inside, and it's using a higher form of gear reduction, and this thing will climb a mountain right now in this gear. And basically that's it. It's our double speed motor. And on the trike, that means I can carry 2 riders. Just recommend. Doing my whole life to this moment. We can bring our dog, And people talk about tight turning radiuses on trikes. This one has a tight turning radius without being crazy dangerous, like the Liberty trike. And we're gonna go around like this. And look at that. And it's like boom, boom.
You should put shadow on the front.